best things that you could probably do is get as much experience as possible in different disciplines and sectors. I think you have to understand how other people operate and how they work and what their delivery pressures are. And I think learning to speak the public language or the public sector language, learning how the private sector works and what are their kind of measures for success is incredibly important, I guess, for anybody involved in the delivery of places. And the more that we can cross across different disciplines and sectors, as much as our career allows us, I think then we can have a holistic vision and view which will feed back into the delivery of very successful places.
I think obviously very personal but very important advice would be to bring technical people on the journey. I think that as a technical person that likes applying a lot of my skills in what are usually like non-technical fields, it has been not only super rewarding to have the other people helping me make the assumptions that I usually make quite blindly, but the amount of stuff that I find really easy to do and that I can do quite quickly and simply, and the value that adds to the people that I'm working with is actually just amazing. And so I think sometimes, not to dismiss the value of really good and robust analytics, there's all the value in the world to say, well, I spoke to these people and I know that they're angry, but then be shown a bigger data set to say, well, they're not really that angry. And then it's really easy to dismiss on both sides. And so kind of working to bring that middle ground is the future, really. Like, the tech and analytics is only gonna get broader and wider. So joining it and finding that middle ground where it's like, well, you know what, the personal experience should not be dismissed. That was found in interviews and etc. But the bigger and kind of a bit less personal but also important analytics need to also play there, and middle ground is really important.
Some advice would be to get involved with some social placemaking where you just connect up with other local people that are really passionate about any aspect of place, and just enjoy culture and ways to connect. Music, dance, all the things people like to do and come
anything
together
that can get you out of the box.
Enjoy.
Really.
That's right.
Basically.
Following that methodology of have the idea, get get people around it, engage the community, mobilise, get the resources so that you're not just relying solely on funding. You're actually getting other people invested in that idea. Test it out. Did it work? Did the sky fall when you closed the street? Did the senior community stop being able to access the club that they always go to? Like, what were the implications? Was it more trouble than it was worth? No. Was it good? Okay. How do you then move on? So look at the impacts. How do you scale it? Is it worth scaling? No. Actually, what we found was that people just weren't interested in our project, and that didn't mean that you failed. It just meant that you tried an idea for what might improve your neighbourhood, and it turns out people are in a different space. So that's not necessarily how. You don't then invest $100 million in building a park in a place where your $6,000 project didn't really get that kind of impact. So it's about, I suppose, testing where the communities are at and how place responds to your ideas.
The suggestion is really, if you're designing a place, get a budget allowance to spend a few days having parties in that area first. Really. Not joking about it. like get out at night, see what happens, get into bars, see what people leave the area, and not just at night, of course, even during the day, but to party high.
Have fun.
to have fun. I mean, to leave, literally leave the places that they're implementing or even designing, because otherwise it's void. So it has to work. So in first season it has to work for you.